Hey everyone. So here we are on the second episode of Figuring Things Out with Frank. And we're at the edge of the driveway. I have a couple of sugar maple trees here. So just want to give everybody an update on what happened the last time I tapped the maple trees. So I wound up tapping a couple of red maple trees in my backyard, and they wound up with almost no sap coming out of them. And they looked like they were dripping nicely at the beginning, but it slowed down pretty quickly, and it got kind of cold here in Connecticut anyway. So I'm here with my helper, and we've got a couple of trees that we're going to pull the sap off of, and we're going to start boiling it away. All right, so let's take a look and see how we're doing on this tree. Oh yeah. All right, that one's just about still dripping. I bet if we give that another couple hours, it'll fill up. By the end of the day, that'll be a full bucket. So this is our other one. And you can see in there, we've got a bunch of bugs, insects, some ants and flies and stuff in there. They all love this sweet nectar. So we're not quite ready to put the sap in the pots yet to boil it away. But probably tomorrow, I think we will. So stay tuned and I'll give you an update. All right, guys. So I've got the sap from the 2 buckets, and you can see all the sediment in there. There's some little ants and little bugs and some dirt and bark and stuff that has ended up in there. And so I've got a little cheesecloth. I'm gonna strain it through the cheesecloth and then see what it does. I had an early tap on a couple other trees, and this is a tap from a red maple tree. And you can see there's some stuff in there too. I'm gonna try to boil this one on a separate pot. So I have sugar maple sap, and I have red maple sap from very early in the season. You can see quite a distinctive color there. So we'll see how this goes. You can see that there's quite a bit of sediment in the cheesecloth. I made the mistake of pouring the buckets into the pot before I strained it. Next time I'll strain it as I pour the buckets into the pot. So I had to use a couple extra pots in order to figure this out. Anyway, looks nice and clear. We're gonna get this on the stove and boil away. All right, guys, so we're just about at 219 degrees. This was a full pot, and it's looking like we've got a little bit less than a half a cup or so. I don't know, what do you think? Anyway, I'm gonna pull it out, I'm gonna bottle it up, and let you know how it goes. All right, guys, so we finished boiling away all the maple syrup. We ended up with 2 little vials and maybe a half of another one. Really interesting, the 2 sugar maples that I've tapped have generated the lighter colored syrup, but the dark syrup came from a red maple, and it's just as sweet, it's just way darker. A very interesting difference in color. But anyway, that's it for maple syrup and this episode of Figuring Things Out with Frank. I hope you guys all have a great week.